Hello everyone, welcome to Glass Half Dead. Today we have the Drukhari starter set. I've just picked it up, I haven't looked at anything. I just wanted to get this out there as quick as possible for you guys, so that we could all see the tactics, see if Drukhari are going to be awesome. Let's take a look. This is the Slicing Noose. I'm going to tease you with the cards first. Let's take a look at the terrain. Now, I, like many other people, never bought the terrain. Because it's shit, isn't it? I mean, and it was so expensive. Like, it's not even on sprues. I guess that's how it always comes. That's quite a hefty chunk of plastic, though. I'll give it that. I'm not saying it doesn't look nice, but as terrain, I guess there's a second half to that. But as terrain, I'm not that interested. However, I do prefer these little ancient ruin type jungle terrain bits to the just shitty looking plants that come in the Deathwatch kit. So, to step up there. We don't really need to look at the witches, do we? We all know what a witch sprue looks like. You get all the stuff you need to do a witch team. It's coming on 25 mils. Don't worry, all Dark Eldar players. You're not going to have to upgrade to 32s. And they're witches. And they come in a lovely purple. Or at least, I assume it's purple. I'm colourblind. Could be anything. Could be blue. That's all I'm saying. Boom. Now, I'm not going to tease you too much and start trying to read the... Oh, it's open at the bottom. Don't need a scalpel, man. We don't care about that. Do. Hold on. There we go. That's one. That's two. Narrative play mission we can throw away, obviously. The match play mission, guys, the only reason I'm reading these is because in my mind, potentially, match play missions may end up in the official tournaments. That's all. So let's take a look, shall we? So, interestingly, it says for deployment, and this is probably why we won't ever see these in match play missions, as I've just discovered, is the Drukhari player has the greatest strategic advantage. Which means they deploy first. Interesting. Okay. So this is your standard, goes to round 4, and then you roll off. On a 3 up, the game continues. And then on the next turn, battle round 5, you roll on 4 up, it continues, and then the game ends. Okay. The actual mission now. The casket. Any specialist can carry this casket by moving into contact with it while it is not being carried. That model then automatically picks it up. From that point, the casket remains with the model. Move the casket with the model to show this, until it is dropped, which only happens if the model is taken out of action. A model carrying the casket cannot move further than 9 inches in any single phase for any reason. The casket, obviously being the thing in the middle. Victory conditions. At the end of the battle, if a model from a player's kill team is carrying the casket, then that player wins the mission. If the casket is not being carried, then each player scores 1 victory point for each enemy model taken out of action. And that's it, really. Okay. It's interesting. You know, it's go grab the thing and then play keep away. I'm okay with that. You know. I mean, these are all going to be small twists on basic capture the objectives, so no complaints there. Alright. Here we go, everybody. Bloodied Grace. Use this tactic, it's 1 command point, when a witch from your kill team would consolidate as part of fighting in the fight phase. You may move them up to 6 inches instead of up to 3. I'm decidedly mediocre about that. Only because I have played Hormigants and they sucked. But we'll think about it. Murderous Rivalry, 2 command points. Use this tactic at the start of the Hammer of Wrath section of the fight phase. The first time it is your turn to choose a model that charge to fight with, you may instead choose 2 models from your kill team that ended their charge moves within 4 inches of each other. Okay. You may resolve both models' attacks before any other player chooses a model to fight with. That's pretty cool. I like that. Obviously, you're using that instead of the decisive strike or whatever it is, the standard generic one. Yeah. And your witches are all about fighting, so you're going to be charging a lot. That'll get some use. Hyperstim. Use this tactic at the start of the battle round. Choose a model from your kill team that has the combat drugs ability, so that means a witch. Until the end of the battle round, the bonus that model receives from its combat drugs is doubled. At the end of the battle round, roll a d6. If you roll a 1, the model suffers a mortal wound. That's cool. That's really cool. I like that. Very thematic, obviously, but also could be really cool. If you roll up good combat drugs, that could be a real winner. Hunt from the shadows, 1 command point. Use this tactic when a model from your kill team is chosen as the target of an enemy attack in the shooting phase and it is obscured. Until the end of the phase, add 1 to that model's saving throw. Saving throw. So that's your armor, right? Because that's not modifying their hit roll. Till the end of the phase, add 1. Yeah, so that's +1 to your armor roll, basically. But I suppose, I don't know if it will ever be relevant, but remember that is +1 to your roll. So it's not doing anything to the AP of their weapon. That might not ever be an interaction that needs to be relevant, but it is distinctly +1 to your roll. So even if they are giving you minus, let's say you have a 6-up save and they give you -1, well, technically you are then at, let's say you have a 6-up save. Let's bring it back. Let's say you have a 6-up save and you get hit by a -2 AP weapon. That means if this was just, reduce the AP of the enemy weapon by 1, then you are still on 7s and you have no armor save. This is distinctly add 1 to your saving throw. So I think I said that the wrong way. Didn't I? I think it's the same thing. Like I said, guys, reading these off the top of my head, I'm not going to be able to edit this to make me sound smart. Let's just go with it. Lightning fast reactions, unlike me in this video. 1 command point. Use this tactic when a model from your kill team is chosen as the target of an enemy attack in the shooting or fight phase. Your opponent must subtract 1 from hit rolls that target this model for the rest of the phase. Okay, that's cool. Now, that is obviously the phase, so shooting or fighting, it won't be used in the shooting and it will affect the fighting as well. Cool. Obviously, that's the kind of thing that's just making your witches more and more durable. They're already a 4-up invuln, then you add that, everyone's -1 to hit. Pretty good. Architect of Pain. I want to say this is one of the default ones, but 1 command point. Use this tactic at the start of the battle round. Choose a model from your kill team that has the Power from Pain ability. Till the end of the battle round, that model treats the current battle round as being 1 higher than it actually is when determining what bonus it gains from Power from Pain. If I could remember the Power from Pain table off the top of my head, I could make some really insightful comments about that. I can't. Oh well. What I do know is that it's probably very useful. And it's only 1 command point. Torment Grenade. This is definitely in the default Dark Eldar thing. I'm going to read it anyway, just in case any Dark Eldar players, Drukhari players out there want to, maybe this is your first video about Kill Team and you're just wanting to see what kind of things you can get up to. Well, here we go. 2 command points. Use this tactic when you choose a model in your kill team to shoot with a Phantasm grenade launcher. That's only 1 point, guys. You should have that on your leaders. Just going to say that. If an enemy model is hit by any attacks made with that weapon this phase, then, in addition to the normal effects, roll 3d6. If the result is higher than the target's leadership characteristic, it suffers 1 mortal wound. I do like that. I do like that. I mean, it's 2 command points, but it's good. It's good. And you only have to hit, you don't have to wound, obviously, because the Phantasm Grenade Launcher is only strength 1. Cruel Deception, 1 command point. This is the good stuff right here. Use this tactic after a model from your kill team falls back. That model can still shoot this battle round. So, for anybody wondering, a fallback is it's not a retreat. Let me get this right. Oh, I wish I had my rulebook. Crap. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. A fallback move is when you... The fallback move, okay? I realise I have a 50-50 chance here, but I feel like there's a lot of pressure on me. The fallback move is when you are engaged in combat at the beginning of your turn. You can then disengage and make your full movement, or up to your full movement, as long as you finish further away from the enemy model than you started. So with witches, you're moving 8. It's 8? Yeah. Let's say 8, sure. Might be 7. You're moving up to 8 inches away from the enemy. Normally, that would then be you done. You cannot shoot after a fallback move. Obviously, this allows you to shoot. You can't shoot after a fallback move unless you have fly, which is why fly is incredibly useful in this game. But here, it effectively gives you fly for a turn. Or at least in the fallback and shoot. It's a very good one. Pray they don't take you alive, 2 command points. Use this tactic if a model from your kill team takes an enemy leader out of action in the fight phase. For the remainder of the battle, models in that enemy leader's kill team must subtract 1 from their leadership characteristic. Useless. Terrible card. Until you start to pry it? Great word. Until you start to remember that actually lowering the enemy's leadership makes your Phantasm Grenade Launchers significantly more useful. And of course you have tactics to do with that, etc. Okay, Fire and Fade. Last one. Yep. Last one from the kill team starter rulebook. 1 command point. Use this tactic after a model from your kill team shoots in the shooting phase. The model can immediately make a normal move up to 7 inches as if it was a movement phase. Really useful, really cool. You want to use this with, for example, your splinter cannon. Get it out there, get it within your 18 inches at least, and out of cover, and then just wreck fools with your 6 shots, because it's rapid fire 3, and then normal move back into cover. That is going to piss people off. Okay, and this is the special card that goes with the terrain. Are we going to care? Oh, hold on. No, it's not. Okay. 2 command points. This is a Sector Imperialis tactic. But this isn't Sector Imperialis. Well, I think we all know that instantly all of the win-at-all-cost guys are going to say, oh, you can't... Actually, that's a Sector Imperialis tactic and you can't use it. So, yeah, sorry about that. But, use this tactic... 2 command points. Use this tactic at the beginning of the battle round. Choose an Eldritch Ruin, see reverse. Actually, you can only choose that particular ruin. Yes, you can't use this one, I'm sorry. You can only use this one because that's the only one that's shown on the back of the card. Until the end of the battle round, models from your kill team treat the current battle round as being 1 higher than it actually is when determining what bonuses they gain from the Power and Pain table whilst they are within 1 inch of that ruin. Okay, interesting. So Profane the Ruins is like an AoE of Architect of Pain. You are spending the extra CP there. However, the way I envision my Drukhari playing is I kind of have two teams. I've got my witches and I've got my warriors, and they basically just huddle together. So you're getting those pluses for the nerve tests, and so you could easily get them all around one of these right here. Cool. Okay, and that is the Slicing Noose. Woo! Overall thoughts. I like Dark Eldar models. I think they're cool and awesome looking. I thought the tactics were decent. None of them were really game breaking though, which is good. You know, that's fine. We don't want game breaking. And the terrain. Don't get me wrong, I've picked up the Dark Eldar, the Death Watch, and the Kill Zone. So I am going to use this terrain like a motherfucker. I'm going to make one hell of a board using this terrain. But if it was up to me, this would be the last set of terrain that I actually choose to use. In all honesty. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure the board is going to end up looking amazing. But look at this. Look at this. Where am I blocking line of sight? Nowhere. So what I'm actually going to have to do is take, for example, these bits, and then just fill them in. Just like a little green stuff wall. Just so something is actually blocking line of sight. Something I'm noticing with Kill Team at the moment is that there's everything obscures. Like, getting yourself obscured is really easy. Getting yourself actually hidden from cover, or hidden from enemy fire, in cover fully, unable to see or be seen, kind of difficult. I think somebody on Reddit mentioned that at the moment, people are generally playing with too much terrain. Which is such a shame, because I think that a terrain heavy board looks great. Like, it looks amazing. And yeah. However, gameplay wise, it does change things up, like to how the game actually plays. But there we go. The Slicing Noose. These are my witches, my terrain. I've already picked up my warriors, as you can tell. Still in the wrap, not even taken off. So I shall have myself a Drukhari kill team soon. Yeah, get ready for that. I will be going into more depth on these guys. Because trust me, if I wasn't going to play Drukhari, I would not have bought this set, because I think the terrain's crap. Okay, I hope this has been useful. I hope some guys have taken screen caps of those tactics cards so that we can spread them around. Don't get me wrong, you should give GW your money if they're making good products. 100% support them if they are. If they're not, if they're hiding shit behind paywalls, don't give them money. That's my view. If they earn the money, we give them the money. If they don't, we don't. Simple. So, if you like what you see, if you're going to play Drukhari, go out, pick up the set. And you know what? The terrain's not terrible. Okay, it is. I'm lying. Ha! You got me, guys. You got me. But the terrain is questionable. Let's say that. If you're going to play Drukhari, if you're ever going to go to a tournament, you're going to want to pick these up just for the tactics. If you're thinking of buying Dark Eldar Drukhari and you've never bought in before, it's a nice little set. Yeah, I mean, this plus this, and you've got everything you need for a Drukhari kill team. I think this was $22.50. This was 16. So, you know, 40 quid-ish. And you're done. And these are both two units that you'll definitely use if you ever got to 40k. Excellent. Right, I have got the Death Watch and the kill zone to do now, so I'm going to stop talking. Hope you liked what you... I hope you liked what you saw. Thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. I don't know what you're meant to do. Tell your friends about this amazing channel you saw of this guy that tries to be enthusiastic, but because of his accent, literally can't be. Yeah, there you go. Thanks very much for watching, everybody. Hopefully, at the tomorrow, you will also see my death watch and then my kill zone come up. I might even do all three on the same day, but then I'll have 0 content for next week. Bit of a toss-up, don't know. All right, thanks very much, everybody. Have a good day.